Hello, Internet. We're back with the not blockbuster category of box office predictions, and oh boy, we got a real contender here. UglyDolls, which comes out 1 week. Let me tell you, 1 week, 7 days after Avengers Endgame. Now, when you hear that, you're thinking, oh, this movie's gonna commit box office suicide. And you're right. Because, you know what, let's go over its pros and cons and I'll try to see where this movie might land. Pros? I mean, it is targeted towards young, super young kids. You know, the type of kids who may not be old enough to see Endgame, because I'm pretty sure Endgame might have some deaths. It's not going to be super family friendly. So maybe parents will be willing to watch UglyDolls, you know, with their young kids, you know, instead. That's the only pro. Cons. Everything else. Why is this movie coming out 1 week after Endgame? 1 week after will likely be the biggest opening weekend of all time. Why would you want to go near that? It makes no sense. It makes no logical sense. I mean, how do I explain this? I mean, I know some, you know, movies have made some like questionable release date choices. Like, for example, Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 went head to head with Episode 7 of Star Wars. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. But actually, you know, the movies that come out, like these big movies, like the $200 million opening weekend movies, you know, like your Avengers, your Star Wars, your Black Panthers, your Jurassic Parks, a lot of those are actually kids movies. I just realized, because after The Last Jedi, it had to deal with Jumanji 2, or Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. For Jurassic World, it had to do with Inside Out. That's 2. I'm trying to think of some others. Well, those are the 2 that really pop in mind, you know, right now. And the difference is those movies had potential. They had something. You know, they were appealing. This is not appealing. This is appealing to the lowest common denominator of children's entertainment. This is the worst of children's entertainment. This is the type of movie that gives all kids movies a bad name. It's the reason why you look at something like Spider-Verse and you're like, oh, and people just dismiss it as, oh, that's just a kids movie. You want to know why people do that? It's because there's so many bad ones that they drown out the good ones. And it sucks that these type of movies are still getting made. But apparently studios think there's a little bit of money into it. So, why? Anywho, so box office weekend prediction. It's not going to be big, obviously. It'll probably be in the low teens, like 10 to 15. At best, it will perform like Wonder Park. And that movie had to deal with the second weekend of Captain Marvel. So that's the best, you know, that's the highest I can go, 15. The lowest, under 10. This movie's will bomb horribly. So, for right now, it's going to be between 10 to 15. And I don't think it will have great legs. Want to know why? It's because the second weekend has to contend with Detective Pikachu, which is going to eat up its family audience. So this movie really only has 1 weekend to make as much money as possible, and it's not going to make that much money. So this movie's going to be a flop. 30 million total. That's my prediction. 30 to 40, somewhere in that range for this film. I don't know why this movie's getting made. I don't know who asked for this, but what are you gonna do? So the next one, the next prediction of the not blockbuster category is Long Shot, which, considering it's opening week after Endgame, it is looking a bit like a long shot. But it does have some positives, and I'll discuss those positives when I get to that video. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. If you want to check out some other box office predictions, I made some playlists. If you want to check those out, I made one of the bigger movies, the ones that are actually going to make money. But this one is for like the smaller films, the ones I didn't mention. So yeah, that is all, folks, and I am out.